All right, we've got blog post time, and it's good, bad, and ugly. What's up, Rim?
Hey, what's going on? It's Friday.
It's Friday, blog post. So there is a lot of meaningful information in this blog post about costumes is interesting. We've got a character, which is a defensive war character. We'll talk about that. And then more importantly, we're going to get, they said, up to 50 more silver promotion credits per month, but I'm not sure how that's going to be given out to us. It's behind the strike pass. I'm going to think it's trash if it's on the paid track, right? Because they use the word help in that sentence. Help?
Yeah.
Let me help you by spending money. You could just spend money. We'll help you. Anyways, are we ready?
Let's go.
All right. Daughter of the Dragon. Greetings, commanders. If you're looking for samurai with freelance investigations, halt your search because a member of the new Heroes for Hire team is stopping by. So I've talked to chat. Heroes for Hire most certainly would be Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist getting the Heroes for Hire tag. Do we know or are we just guessing?
Those probably seem like to make the most sense. I mean, we don't know for sure. It hasn't, nothing official has come through as far as communication, but actually the original Heroes for Hire were Power Man, aka Luke Cage, and Iron Fist.
Okay, so Heroes for Hire. Now, just to be clear, tags in this game don't always make sense. I just want to put that out there. Tags don't always make sense. They do tags more for gameplay rather than logic. They've done that a bunch of times. Like the military tag makes no sense whatsoever, right?
Well, they kind of went back and fixed it with Punisher, but it's one of those things where they don't always get it right. And maybe there's a reason because they have something in the future, but they're close. Like, a grenade is close.
Right. Okay. Stay sharp. Afterward, Resort revealing details around new wardrobe options for your roster, a lowdown on a milestone for your support specialist, a returning legend, and events to boost your roster. So the returning legend is going to be Black Bolt and Calling Wing. Okay, so Calling Wing. And so we're going to get Misty Knight and Calling Wing, and we're guessing it's going to be the Heroes for Hire team with JJ, Luke Cage, Iron Fist. We don't know. We'll probably know by Tuesday for sure. Calling Wing was born into a history of professor father and a mother whose ancestors were samurai. And say it. How do you say it? Daimos and Daimos?
Daimo?
I don't know. I'm destroyer of words. I don't know. Yeah, Daimos. Okay. After her mother died unexpectedly, Colleen moved to Japan and lived for a time with her maternal grandfather. He taught her the ways of the samurai, and she soon became extremely skillful and deadly combatant. When Colleen returned to New York, she found herself in a gunfight between criminals in the New York Police Department and was rescued by officers Mercedes Knight, or Misty Knight for short. Two women found that they had complementary personalities, quickly became close friends, and eventually formed a detective agency together. Through her training as a samurai, Colleen became extremely proficient in martial arts, weapon, and stealth. She's also able to focus her chi and enhance her strength and accelerate her healing. As a member of the Heroes Hire team, Colleen Wing is a brawler with high health, focus, and damage. She attacks often through her passive ability, has a high rate of counterattack while also applying plenty of bleed to circumvent enemies that rely on high health or barrier to survive. And then pair Colleen clean with Misty Knight and the rest of Hero Hires for maximum effect. Her attacks can't be dodged if Misty Knight's an ally, and Colleen Wing has a chance to gain a bonus attack at the end of every Heroes for Hire ally's turn. Now, the most important thing I want to talk about before we get started, skill. What's the worst thing about the Doom nodes? Skill. Doom raids, skill. It's absolutely garbage, right? It's not fun. Mm-hmm. Do you take Rem Guardian and Night Nurse to 15?
I did, and I either 2 or 3 shot the boss node.
Yeah, I have all of them I go in with a full team of 15s, and I've got Night Nurse at 14 and Rem Guardian I call him Rem Guardian, at 14. And yeah, it's not fun. It's just, so hopefully, I don't know if this will make a difference, but I hope, right, that she does something, right? So let's go to the passive first. Bad news first. Should we just say it out front? Defensive war team. And what did Jason Bender say about defensive war teams in the video?
They don't feel good.
They don't feel good. And so we know this, right?
Yeah. So I think, one of the things is I kind of was looking through and trying to figure out. So I think she has to have another way to get charged. Right now, there's only thing that she can get from so there isn't a ton of things that are just war defense specific. So we got Taskmaster wrong.
Yeah, and I think that I was just going to say that. Let's read the passive and we'll talk about it. But I just want to say she looks very good on paper, and I got Taskmaster wrong, and I don't think I think this is going to be like Mercenaries. I really do. At the end of any heroes for highlight turn, 25% attack the most injured non-cinnamon unit for 200% damage and piercing for each heroes for higher ally, ignoring taunt and stealth and gain deflect. On war defense, this always attacks. So this is kind of like Killmonger a little bit, but always, right?
Well, yeah, at the end of any hero for ally. So this is like 200% damage. This is potentially Black Bolt level damage, right? Depending on her stats, because it's at the end of any turn. It's pretty it's powerful.
No, this is a powerful mechanic. Basically, it's gonna be able to pick off the weak characters for sure, right? Correct. Which this is a very powerful mechanic. Deadpool was the first character that kind of had this with his middle ability, but we're seeing more of this. Okay, on turn, gain deflect and apply assist now to ally Misty Knight. And I just want to point out something about deflect. Deflect is blocked; it's an auto block, and it doesn't matter how much focus you have when you go into a character that has deflect. There's just a 25% chance it won't stick no matter how high your focus is. And there's just a chance that your negative effect won't apply because there's deflect.
And also you can't crit, which is
and you can't crit.
So barrier teams that crit, can you think of any that are used on offense?
Oof, I wonder. I can't think of any. That one team with that multiple man. Yeah, I can't remember what they're called. I can't remember what any of them are called. Anyways, definitely X Factor, without a doubt. Okay, on enemy death, if this character has 2 more heroes for fire, apply offense down to all enemies. That's good. On spawn, on war defense, if this character has 3 or more heroes for allies and health is full and not charged, gain charge. Now, this mechanic is kind of what makes her crazy, right? And this doesn't happen outside of war, though.
Well, we don't know. There could be another character that gives her charge. We don't know if another character gives her charged.
Okay, because this is going to be basically, this team is going to be Silver Surfer or Black Bolt countered, right? Or you're going to have to use one of those two characters, right?
Most likely, because of the fact that she's going to. So think of this kind of like Red Skull, right? But instead of giving it to the allies, it's basically her.
Yeah, she basically can die twice and still be hanging around, or drop, and if she drops below 50%, then she's bouncing back up. So she has to take a turn for that to happen. But if she actually dies, she gets revived. She revives herself twice, basically. Okay, let's read this, because this is at the end of any turn if charged and below 50% health, lose 1 charge, clear all negative effects, heal up for 100% of this character's max health, gain offense up for 2 turns, 2 deflect and death proof if charged, always revive on death, and gain 10% damage, 10% damage reduction, 175 resistance per charge. My God. 30% piercing for self and hero or allies offers. While this character has deflect, gain 10% chance to counterattack and 20% block amount. Talk about what you think the counters for her are going to be.
So, I mean, we already talked about it. So the thing about this counter is BH 2.0 because of the blind. So we've been talking about important BH 2.0 has become in the war meta. Obviously there's no stopping it for blind, and they took the character that was immune to blind off the team, and JJ doesn't use her special turn 1.
Okay.
So right now. So we'll have to see. They definitely, Silver Surfer is definitely gonna likely be the go-to for this team for a while until we begin to figure it out.
Yeah, so this is gonna change Alliance War drastically, because for a while we've had Shield and humans on defense, right? And that's not gonna happen anymore if this is the thing. For know what I mean? I just see it changing. Black Bolt probably is not going to be on defense if this is because this is going to be a hassle. And so the commentary on Reddit is that, my goodness, what has happened to our passives? This is a book, and this is something I've seen in other Hero Collector games. But you remember when passives used to be 1 line of code and 1 line of text, and now this is getting complicated, right?
This is, and for a lot of, I think complicated passive for me is where the magic usually happens. It allows for theory crafting. It allows for, a deep dive and understanding. And it's really kind of where I think like content creation thrives is
Sure.
helping people understand what this does, and hopefully you guys don't get too confused by it and have fun with it. I think there's some really cool stuff in there.
All right, turn 1, it's 3/3 AoE. If any of the targets are a protector, attack them for more damage and apply bleeds. Apply heal block. Have a bunch of focus. And if Misty Knight's an ally, this attack cannot be dodged. So this is an AI no-brainer kit so far, right?
Yeah,
AI is going to play this correctly. So
correct.
So this is they make defensive teams on War play well, but also predictable to a certain extent, right? Which then we figure out how to beat them.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
Which is interesting. Okay. Special 4/4 energy cost 4/4 attack primary target for damage, apply 4 bleed. This attack gains a bunch of piercing because it's going to be on a Heroes for Hire team. Gain 3 deflect. And then on war defense, this attack targets the enemy with the highest damage instead of the primary target, ignoring taunted stealth. Wow. Oh my God, this is like crazy right there. She's going to kill somebody, right? She's going to take out your whatever, right? If Misty is an ally, cannot be dodged. And then basic attack applies a bunch of bleed. Let's just leave it at that, right? And if Misty Knight's an ally, can't attack, be dodged. So here's the thing. All right, cool. I get it. I'm going to call it right now. She's going to be good on defense and war. Wow. I'm really going out there on a limb by saying that. So let me ask you this. Do you think she's going to be playable outside of war?
She has the potential to be. We'll have to see really what other things that she needs to work, what her stats are. I mean, the idea is bleed is a very powerful mechanic, right?
Right.
And so the fact that she has some high damage,
it's also a T4 dependent mechanic though, because it does jump up quite a bit. Because the bleeds get way more stronger when you go from 6 to 7. The way that it works, so it's kind of a T4 dependent mechanic also.
So let's talk about a couple of things that have to happen here. So because of her passive, I bet you they give her a decent stat, like a damage stat, and if they do, the base damage plus being able to apply 4 bleeds is pretty much a countdown timer to death without somebody that can clear that.
Yep.
It's kind of funny that they actually make this team a counter to the other investigation team, which I think is really cool.
There you go, right? Oh my God. Okay. Costumes. Okay, so I gotta we have different takes on this. So costumes, they show the Captain Marvel costume, and then Zeke's put up on Discord the Elektra costume, and they also mentioned another costume somewhere else, right? Elektra. So we've got the pictures of the costumes. So I've played Fortnite, I've played Overwatch, I played League of Legends, and I never once spent any money on costumes. They were very explicit. They're very explicit in saying they weren't going to change the stats, which was in Marvel Future Fight. They absolutely did change the stats. And then secondly, what kind of was weird to me is that they introduced 2 different types of currency for acquiring something that I'm not that interested in. And it's like, my goodness, I just like, wow, can just make it cost 1,400 cores or whatever and be done with it. But it seems like this is kind of needlessly complicated for something that, I mean, I just read this and went, blah, 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 Fortnite, blah, 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 Fortnite, blah, 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 Fortnite. And I just kept reading. I didn't even have the energy to read all the text because it's just costumes.
Well, let's be realistic. For every one person who doesn't like costumes, there's 7 people that do. Otherwise, Fortnite would have closed their doors a long time ago. So nobody would have watched Overwatch. Come on, man!
I know. I don't know why it's just me. It's just me, though. I guess that's just me. I just, I wear trash clothing. Today I went out in public wearing socks and Birkenstocks. Whatever, right? I'm just the worst.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, the attachment to the Marvel universe, especially some of these characters,
yes,
and some of their iconic looks, like let's say the X-Men get a Phoenix Force costumes, and I guarantee if it looks cool, you'd be like,
this looks like cool. Mortal Kombat to me. Melina or Katana, I don't know, right?
Katara.
Yeah, right. Anyways.
Yeah. So, but to be fair, I'm going to say something. There's 3 things about costumes I like. First is it's not a pay to win mechanic.
Correct. It's a pay to be pretty mechanic. Pay to be pretty.
but I guarantee you there's going to be people that buy,
I know.
I'll buy the Shadowlands Daredevil costume. Bam. Like
I get
easy
it.
buy.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Easy buy for me. And so let's say you have an attachment to a costume. We asked for 4 things literally when we were talking about costumes. We said, okay, make sure that there's a way to grind them for free to play players. If they want to buy them, make them purchasable with cores.
Okay.
After you buy them, if let's say you have extra, you're not interested in them and you're grinding an event anyway, make sure they don't expire. Okay. That's the credits. And then finally make it purchasable with real money. They hit all 4 of those things.
Okay.
They actually, this is a lesson of Scopely listened to what we wanted for costumes for their availability, and so far got it right.
I'm okay with them introducing costumes. It's just not that exciting to me. That's all. I just like, yeah, okay, cool. You got the Kree outfit for Captain Marvel. Cool. You know what I mean? Like before she changed it at the end of the movie. Anyways, okay, let's support incoming. So we're going to master beta test this tonight. This is going to be a support event that starts at server reset. And we're going to have to do some calculations. It looks like it's mostly going to be about raiding and blitzing. I'm not going to break up my blitz teams to do this event. I think I'm just going to have to blitz like normal. The thing that's kind of bad is that Hela is running right now, and people really need Hela.
Well, I mean, to be very clear, we'll have to see it. It really depends on what's in there. I don't know. I don't know that you're going to have to blitz like mad to get it. It really depends.
Right.
So overall, the Falcon and Winter Soldier event, in my opinion, wasn't terrible. I mean,
well, that wasn't an event. That was an offer.
I don't agree with you that because you still got energy over time, and you were incentivized to spend cores or participate in the event. You could use either your blitz credits or cores and still get it. So I don't think that's accurate.
Okay. Anyways, so this event will be going live in a couple hours. It's probably going to be great. Bonus stuff is bonus stuff. Tune in if you want to see how that plays out. Silver promotion credits availability, and Jason Bender talked about this in his interview with you and Valley the other day. In the near future, Doom Raids will be graduating from the current First Strike beta status. And then that's probably when they're going to introduce the blue ISO, because they said that the Doom Raid that is how you could get the currency for that, apparently. To help players better prepare for the challenge, we're increasing the amount of... Now, our keyword, to help players better prepare for the challenge, will be increasing the amount of silver promotion available through regular gameplay. So that doesn't implying any purchases yet. Regular gameplay and help, right? Through 50 per month, mostly through the Strike Pass and monthly login calendars. And then we are targeting these changes sometime in May and keep you informed as we get closer to them. Just because the way this sentence is worded, I think it would be very wrong if this was the paid track.
Well, I mean, I think they'll distribute it. If anything, there might be a little extra on the paid track, but I think they'll probably be good about it.
But if the calendar and the bottom track of the Strike Pass don't add up to 50, and you need to have the paid pass to get to 50, I don't know. They shouldn't have worded it that way.
Well, there's also calendars too, so we don't know if they're going to drop a calendar that's 10 a day for 3 days or something like that. We don't.
I hope we get some clarification on that, because that's kind of weird, right?
When the new Strike Pass is out soon, right?
Yeah, well, I'm fully expecting the new Strike Pass to have some sort of boosted rewards, because the old Strike Pass, the way that I saw the old Strike Pass was $20 for 500 cores, blah, 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 Silver Surfer. And now they're going to have something more than blah, blah, blah. Silver promotion credits would fill that blah, 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 because there's no chance that Polaris is as interesting as Silver Surfer. She's just not. She's just different, right?
Right.
Okay. Anyways, we'll find out about that. And then as far as legendary event, we've got Black Bolt. We're going to having some blitzes. It's going to be Blob and Thing. And then we're going to have some the monthly flash events we got a 2x00.
I just want to stop you really quickly. About the promotion credits, you do realize that the recommended level is 6 red, right? And so silver credits help you get a 6 red how?
Well, they don't. They don't, because you need gold. You need gold ones for that. So, but I have a feeling that was for the First Strike version of the Doom Raid, which we just talked about is ridiculously hard. Specifically, the skill lanes, it's overtuned. But they have to know it's overtuned. specifically because the skill is they screwed up. It's just that simple. Chaos Theory, Wakanda Nation. No mention of the skill event though. That's what I was hoping they would talk about. This skill training material event that's going to use skill military or just military, right? I don't know.
So I mean, obviously there's going to be more stuff coming up this month. I think it's going to be in probably so we had the mail in-game drop that the patch was coming. So we're expecting it still on Tuesday, I think, right? This
more information for sure on Tuesday. That's for sure, right?
Yep. So, tune in live because I'm sure a lot of people are going to we're talking about it. So.
Okay. Last thing before I let you go, what do you think of her eyebrows?
They're fine.
They're red. I think that's great.
So her iconic look was she had reddish hair.
Yeah, but red eyebrows.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it. That's definitely going to make it the thumbnail. I'm going to point red arrows to it. All right, guys. For sure. All right, bye. Thanks for watching. I keep my game. I don't know what we're doing. Bye.
Red eyebrows.
Red eyebrows. Yeah. You know where the questions go from there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to go there? Everybody else went there.
I'm not going to go there. Why would I go there?